So you're looking to build a new PC or upgrade your existing one with some new fans for better cooling. Or maybe you're wanting to add some RGB lighting to what you already have. But what fans do you go for, and which ones have you already got? There are so many different types that it can blow your mind a little bit. So in this video, we're going to walk you through the options available from Corsair to simplify things so that you can make sure you get the right ones. Corsair offers fans in just the two common sizes, 120mm and 140mm, and all the models in the range are available in both sizes. Obviously 140mm will offer more airflow due to its larger size, but they will only fit in cases that support them, so be sure to check which size you need before you do anything else. Then there's 5 different types of fans in the Corsair range, each offering different features for any potential use cases. These are AF, SP, ML, LL and QL. Some of these also have a couple of variations, so we'll now go through those and also how to identify each in case you already have some and you're trying to match them up. So starting with AF fans, AF stands for airflow and it's Corsair's standard high airflow fan. It's offered in a number of different options, so it's worth checking the specs before you buy one, but essentially it's designed to be able to push as much air through normal pressure for high throughput in a PC case. First up, there's the older 3-pin LED models, which offers a fixed speed of 1400 RPM. These are available in either red, blue or white colours. That colour is set and it can't be changed like it can with RGB fans. These don't require anything else to work, so are a good option if you just want some simple accent lighting. Moving up, we then have the current models, which is the AF Elite and AF Slim. Both of these are available in either black or white. They don't light up and they upgrade over the old LED models in that they have a 4-pin PWM connector, which means that you can vary the spin speed between 550 to 2000 plus RPM. Many PCs will do this automatically based on the temperature sensors on your motherboard, with the idea being that they can either stop or spin more slowly to reduce noise and ramp up when needed based on the cooling requirements. You can identify either the AF Elite by its completely square design, with the Slim being much thinner. You can see that the AF Elite offers 9 blades, whereas the Slim has 11. This is to compensate for some of the loss in the blade depth. You generally only use the Slim model if you have restrictions on space, say if you're building a small form factor PC, otherwise you should always choose the Elite model. Finally, there's also an AF IQ model. This is the same as the Elite, but it adds in RGB lighting within the fan via 8 RGB LEDs. The next model to look at is the SP, or static pressure. These fans are designed to be able to push a central flow of air at a higher than standard pressure. Generally, this will be to compensate for high resistance, like for example when you're attaching them to a radiator. They don't spin as fast as the AF model and also don't have the same peak airflow potential, but they do offer higher static pressure at the same relative speed of a maximum of about 1500 RPM. Basically, these are best fitted to a radiator or if you want quiet operation from relatively low fan speeds. They're available in 2 models, Elite, which like the AF models is the non-RGB, and IQ, which offers 8 RGB LEDs, and you can identify the SP model from its more pointed corner shape. On to our next model, the ML. This stands for magnetic levitation and refers to the use of magnets to hold the fan rather than a traditional bearing. It's worth noting here though that the ML model is now discontinued, so it could be that you can no longer find them in stores at some point in 2023. The main benefit of the ML fan was that it was super quiet. This was the default fan on many Corsair AIO coolers up until the start of 2023. So if you're looking to match your fans to your cooler, then it's likely that it could be the ML model that you need, assuming they're still available. Then moving on to the newest models that have come to market, we have the LL and QL models. This is light loop and quad loop. These are 2 very similar models offering a ring of lights around the housing, with the main difference being that the QL offers RGB lighting on both sides, whereas the LL only has it on one side. Both models offer similar performance to the SP model with lower spin speeds of around 1500 RPM, with slightly less airflow owing to some space being taken up by the LED lights around the fan. They are, however, the kings of lighting, offering 16 LEDs on the LL and a whopping 34 on the QL. Generally, you'd use these models together to get the look that you want. The LL only has its lighting on the front, pushing air through to the back, but this does mean that if you were to mount it on, say, the back of a radiator, that the lighting is hidden. So in that case, you could use a QL instead. QLs are more expensive than LLs, but they are great if you want to show lighting both inside and outside of your case, when in the front or in the top. So that's all of the current models of Corsair fans as of 2023, and hopefully now you know how to identify them and which is right for your setup. It is worth noting though that you don't have to use SP fans only for on a radiator. They will work just fine as normal fans too, and vice versa. You can use any of the other models on a radiator as well, with a slight performance reduction versus the SP. Generally, it's better to build a PC that has the same fans throughout to keep the look rather than mixing different types. Another thing to note with Corsair RGB fans is that you cannot just connect them to your motherboard. They do require a box that they plug into. And this is slightly more confusing than some other branded fans, which can be simple plug and play. But it's what allows Corsair's iQ software to be able to give a level of control over your fans and lighting that makes for the absolute best experience in the business. So what do you need? To use Corsair RGB fans, you need them to plug into a control box called a node. This comes included with any Corsair RGB PC case, and it also comes with all X and LCD AIO coolers. So if you buy either of these, then you won't need anything additional. If you buy an AIO that doesn't come with a node, then the RGB fans on your AIO will still work fine without, but you would need to add one if you wanted to add any extra fans to your case. Now, all Corsair 3-pack RGB fans come with a node controller included in the box. So if your AIO or case doesn't come with the node, buy the 3-pack of fans and you're covered. Each node allows you to connect up to 6 RGB fans in total, and you can then connect more than 6 fans by having multiple nodes. The easiest way to look at this is if you're buying a Corsair RGB case that comes with fans, or if you're buying a X or LCD AIO cooler, then you can buy single fans up to a total of 6 in your system without needing anything else. If you buy a Corsair 3-pack of RGB fans, then you can also connect up to 6 Corsair RGB fans without needing anything else too. As long as you buy the cooler, the case or the triple fan pack, then you're good to go up to 6 fans. If you buy 2 of these, then you can connect up to 12 using 2 nodes together. The last thing to note is that if you intend to connect any Corsair RGB lighting strips or the new LC100 triangle accent panels, these will take up the same RGB connectors as the fans, so you need to take those into account when working out if you need 1 or 2 nodes in your PC. I hope that you found this video useful and that you're now able to get the right fans and controllers to make your dream RGB PC. If it's still a little daunting, then don't forget you can always get the professionals at 3XS Systems to build it for you. We've got a full range of Corsair iQ PCs ready to ship. You can also custom configure one to your own specs. And just for a bit of inspiration, let's finish with a few examples of the iQ PCs that we offer in all of their RGB glory. Check out scan.co.uk for everything else you need. And if you're a fan of this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up.